Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Are you there? That's why I do this show, because you're there. I try to entertain you, inform you, educate you a little bit. I have my ever-present coffee in a styrofoam cup. Can't get styrofoam in Jersey. Gotta get that from Amazon. Don't forget everything on the streaming channels. You got our Vimeo live stream account where we archive all our shows. And it's free to download, so you can enjoy all the programming, a lot besides us on there. Our YouTube, our Facebook. We're back on Facebook. I had to prove who I was to the people of Facebook. We had to keep sending my driver's license. They wanted a certain size and all, but we got that done. So we're back on Facebook. Our Instagram account, our Twitter, YouTube, all that. Follow us, subscribe to us, love us, all that sort of stuff. And if you got any questions, you can email us, Twitter us. You got some stories, some news, whatever it is. Giants, my football Giants, who I did not have much confidence in the beginning of this year. If you go back to the original Jersey lines from the beginning of the season, the Giants are going to Philadelphia. They're taking a ride down the Turnpike, and they're going to be playing the Philadelphia Eagles in a divisional round. Great season. No matter what goes on from here, we would like to get the Super Bowl, but it is a great season. It's amazing what a year difference makes. By the way, the Giants are playing Saturday at 8:15, and it's a Fox game on Channel 5. A year ago, we were talking about replacing Daniel Jones and Barkley. Barkley's injured. Daniel Jones keeps fumbling. We got to get another quarterback. What a difference a year makes. Now, this guy's getting 17, 18 million a year, probably 5 years, something along that line. We're going to re-sign Barkley. They will be the center of the Giants for a long time. Note to Jets. You see Daniel Jones, what happens when you give it time to a quarterback to grow? It's one of the problems you have now. They throw the quarterbacks in the deep end of the pool. Doesn't always work, especially if you're the Jets. Give Zach Wilson time. Kid's got a great arm. You don't want to see him go off somewhere else and have a career. You look at Geno Smith, ex-Giant quarterback. He's probably the comeback player of the year. Thursday on the 19th, Dr. Roquet, Felix Roquet in West New York, will announce his candidacy for mayor of West New York. So that gives us three main candidates. And again, it's commissioner form of government in West New York. They're running for mayor, but you're really running for commissioner. The 5 commissioners, they vote on who the mayor will be. But there's the head of the ticket. And the head of the ticket is calling themselves running for mayor. That is Albio Series, a former congressman. Cosmo Crillo, he's a commissioner now in West New York. And the former mayor, Dr. Roquet. It's going to be a great campaign. I cannot wait for it to start. All right, we're going to break for commercial. When we come back, we'll get the show going. You're watching The City Show.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we. So don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Getting back to West New York real quick. That is going to be a great race. There'll be a lot of fun there. I hope we do the debate in the studio with the 3 of these guys. Get your popcorn ready. It should be must-see TV. Our topics for today, we're going to discuss James Solomon. He's a councilman in Jersey City, Ward E. He wants to He's proposing all departments show overtime figures for each month. We're going to talk about Jersey City payroll issues, which not exactly, it's an odd segue from overtime to the payroll issues. Jersey City screwed that up. And we got quick hits. We're going to talk about contested Hudson County primaries. We're going to talk about major road and safety improvements along JFK and in Journal Square. And we're going to talk about really a topic for next week is mass transit dollars. Should we be subsidizing mass transit to the tune that we do? All right, first off, James Solomon is proposing that the city of Jersey City, all their departments, monthly, give an overtime report. I don't know if you need it from the department head. You can get it from the payroll department. A lot easier, but that's the second segment here about getting payroll numbers here. I'm not sure if it's so feasible to have the departments report the overtime, but you can easily get it from your payroll department / payroll service. The question is overtime bad as opposed to hiring people? It's not, and I'll tell you why. Let's look at overtime versus hiring more personnel. Most of the overtime in Jersey City is probably police and fire. Probably got some DPW in there, maybe parking enforcement. For the most part, it's probably the PD and the fire department. And like I said, DPW. In business, small business here, we base everything on 40 hours. That's normally how businesses are set up. And they figure their expenses and how to cover their expenses in 40 hours. And that predicates how many employees you're going to have. Everything you do is predicated on that. In those 40 hours, we're figuring our rents and our mortgages. We're figuring our payroll cost. We're figuring our payroll taxes, health benefits, pension, loan payments, vacation time, heat, light, and power, your electric, your gas, and all. Fuel for the vehicles, repair and maintenance on the vehicles, buying equipment, capitalizing things, various insurances. There's no shortage of insurances in business, whether it's workers' comp liability, fire, theft. There's a lot of insurances. E&O errors and omissions we have here in the broadcasting. There's your phone, your communication, and your internet, your cell phone bills. All these things are based on 40 hours. Once an employee reaches the 41st hour in most businesses, there's no expense attached to that payroll. Well, we're not trying to cover our expenses in that. So that almost comes like a clean hour's pay. To hire more employees to offset that clean hours pay isn't cost effective. It's not just the additional cost of the new hire. You need more people to supervise the new hires. It's less expensive to have the overtime than it is to hire a new person. You take 4 employees working 2 hours a day. At the end of the week, those 2 hours will cover the expense of hiring a new employee without the additional expenses that would be incurred normally. There's no real payroll costs outside of the payroll taxes. It's really clean money. There's no expenses attached to it. And there's a cost, even to the payroll, even just putting on an employee, there's a cost to payroll. There's a cost to maintaining the information. There's a cost to the accounting. There's a cost to cutting a check. There's a cost to doing the W-2s at the year. There's an accounting fee attached to payroll. There's the new hires' health benefits. You don't have any of that, no health benefits with the overtime because they're already covered in that first 40 hours. There's no additional pension. It's already covered in that first 40 hours or how many hours you base your business on. There's no additional vacation time that you have to allocate because it's covered in the first 40 hours, those people who work the overtime. There's the workers' comp minimal increase there. There's less supervision involved because, it's the same supervisor, the same amount of employees, they're just working. In this case, our example is 2 hours a day. It is far more cost effective for the city to utilize overtime than it is to go out and hire new people because there was such an amazing expense to hiring new people. Like I said, there's health benefits, there's accounting fees, there's supervision, there's payroll, there's pension, there's vacation time. All of that has to be factored in. When you have employees working overtime, that's not factored in. And there's so many, and if you're in business, small business, you realize all the expenses. And I tell you, payroll is a killer to maintain. If you can do more with less, it's the best way to do it. But you have to cover your responsibilities. And if you can do it with overtime, it's better than hiring new people, expanding your workforce. And I know we all want to put people to work, but businesses, as with municipalities, because when the municipality gets more expensive, your taxes go up. Now, we're talking about a city of Jersey City that's got 3,500 plus employees. That's a huge payroll. And if you want to knock out the overtime, we got to cover those hours somehow. There's a reason we have cops working overtime, or fire, or DPW, whatever the case is, to hire more people. That'll definitely jump your property taxes. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights, your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments, carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants, all major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Jersey City Ford, certified parts and service located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back. Pat O'Meara here, you there? Have a sip of my coffee. Yeah, we're just talking about overtime and payroll, right? We're going to talk about Jersey City payroll issues. We're getting back real quick with what James Solomon is proposing. If they need overtime hours, you can get it from the payroll department or from the payroll service, which brings us to the second segment here. Jersey City payroll issues. As you've been reading in the Jersey Journal, on Hudson County View, all these sites were reporting it. Jersey City screwed up the payroll for 2023. They switched to a new payroll company for reasons unknown. I don't know what it is yet. I don't know if they get it done cheaper, bad service, technology, whatever the case is. The city changed payroll companies, which is a major undertaking to change your payroll company. As I mentioned before, payroll is a huge headache. You just have a payroll company do it. As a small business, I use paychecks. But recently, ADP approached us about switching payroll. And I thought long and hard about it to switch to ADP. A fine company, very reputable, founded by a guy I used to know, Frank Lautenberg, our federal senator. He was our senator twice. When first he got elected, then Torricelli got jammed up, and we had to drag Frank off the retirement heap and bring him back in, rest Frank Lautenberg's soul. He founded ADP. I use paycheck services, and paychecks is fine. I thought long and hard. I spoke to Paycheck and I spoke to ADP personnel, and the decision was made to stay with Paycheck because you really don't want to change your payroll company unless you absolutely have to. But because of the interaction with ADP, I managed to reduce my payroll expenses, probably about 40%. So that was good. and plus, Paychex has all my payroll records for like the last 12, 14 years or something. If I need a payroll record like during the PPE, all that paperwork, boom, pressed a button, it was there. You were able to apply and get assistance during the pandemic. A lot of companies utilize that. Believe me, you don't want to be doing that yourself. You really can't go wrong. In this case, comparing Paychex, the service I use, and ADP. You can't go wrong with either of these companies. You know, you've heard stories about payroll companies not making your tax payments and they disappear. It recently happened in Hoboken about a year or 2 years ago. You hear those horror stories. You stay with reputable companies, Paychex, payroll, ADP. Now back to Jersey City. One of the things you don't do when you change payroll is you don't do it on a whim. You think long and hard about it. Everything's got to come into play, how to handle your payroll, how the payroll is sent to you, your payroll records, your journals, your quarterlies, your end of the year, all that stuff. Apparently Jersey City switched on a whim. Now, I spent the month of December debating on, and I'm some small company, we got 2 payrolls. I debated this for a month before I decided to stay with Paycheck. As I mentioned earlier, the city of Jersey City has 3,500 plus employees. That is a huge payroll. You don't do a whim switch, but obviously the city of Jersey City did. You got to do a lot of thought and a lot of testing. If you do switch, you have to run, especially with a payroll the size of Jersey City. If you switch, you have to run a parallel payroll. I'd say at least for a month, and it's bi-weekly with the city of Jersey City. Probably a month might be the least that you want to run a parallel payroll with your existing company and the new company. It's basically practice run. You don't want to screw up payroll, especially with 3,500 plus people. A lot of direct deposit. What the payroll companies do, they send a penny to the employee's account. You got to make sure you got the right account number, the right routing number, to make sure that the money goes into the right account. So normally the payroll companies will send a penny. They'll get the report back. We did that good. The city of Jersey City apparently did none of that stuff. No parallel payroll, no practice run, no penny into the direct deposit accounts. Not to mention, I'm sure the city is going to be on the hook for a huge amount of bank fees that city employees incurred because the payroll didn't appear in their account, so they didn't get their checks, that thing. A screw-up of this magnitude, and it's still not done yet as this taping. There's still mistakes being worked out here. Is a termination act. You can't screw up payroll. That has to be done. It's small business, hard enough for us to cover payroll. Last thing we need to do is screw it up. I would ask whoever made this decision, did you take the steps that I just laid out? Parallel payrolls, making sure the payroll company sent like a penny into each one of the direct deposits to make sure this working, practice runs on the payroll. Did they do any of that? Well, obviously no, because they would have seen these problems. And in case, like I said earlier, I'm not even sure if you took the entire month of December to do parallel payrolls, that's enough time for a company, or a city in this case, of 3,500 plus employees. Whoever caused this payroll mess should be terminated. It's simple as that. There is no 2 ways about that. Again, as I said, and I don't even know why. It's a payroll company I never heard of. Again, a huge payroll like this for a major city, you got to go with reputable company, the ADP. I'm not saying the company that isn't reputable, but obviously couldn't handle the task, or the city who brought this company in, and the individual didn't give them all the information. But like I said, obviously no practice runs, no parallel payrolls were done, and with a city the size of Jersey City, you probably needed to do it for like 2 months. But the city screwed that up. I wonder if somebody will get fired. All right, we'll be back. You're watching The City Show. We'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, The latest technology and medical advancements and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back. Pat O'Melia here, City Show. You there? Don't forget to follow us, subscribe to us, like us, and all that on our social medias. Quick hits. Usually don't have contested county elections in Hudson County. Normally it's whoever is anointed gets the line and that's it. Not the case this year. Yeah, it looks like, I won't say all of the county positions, county exec and commissioners will be contested, but I'm going to guarantee you the boulevard communities, municipalities will be, from Bayonne to Jersey City, North Bergen, Hoboken, that sort of thing. What we have right now, we have a Democratic primary contest. You have candidates for county exec. That will be a contested primary. District number 2, that's Bill O'Day's district. That will be contested primary. District number 4, that's where Lipsky is. It's pretty much the Heights. That'll be contested. And district number 5 right now, that's downtown Jersey City and Hoboken with Anthony and Romano. That'll be contested. Like I said, by the end of the petition filing and announcements, I'm sure all the boulevard communities will be contested. I'm not sure what's going to happen in Harrison or in East Newark or in Kearney, but I'm sure along the boulevard, all of those primary districts will be contested. Like I said, you already got candidates for county exec. Should make for an interesting primary and election. And yeah, like a lot of activity. I don't like a dull campaign season. Yeah, like to have some juice in it. Journal Square, talking about the county commissioners and the county exec. You may not have noticed it unless you're on the boulevard. The county of Hudson, who does premier job with the park. We probably have the best park system, if not in the country, in the state of New Jersey. But they are putting tremendous efforts towards road improvements, pedestrian safety all along Kennedy Boulevard. The commissioners and the county of Hudson just announced that they're going to spend $7.5 million for improvements for Journal Square. I think it's the Journal Square, Kennedy Boulevard along Journal Square. I think the improvements will start from Newark Avenue all the way around, past the Lowe's, going down to Sip Avenue, the Sip and Tunley Avenue section, and going down straight to parts of Bergen Avenue. I don't know how far. I guarantee you probably to the county building on 830 Bergen Avenue. That's probably where the improvements will extend to. What's going to be involved? They're going to do road paving. You're going to have new traffic signals with crosswalks. I understand it's going to be ADA, so you'll probably hear the beepers for the visually impaired. You press the button, better signage up there. Journal Square has always been a difficult road to cross. I am born and raised here. I've seen Journal Square, I think, in 3 different forms. Takes a bit to get across Journal Square. That's why we have those islands in the middle of Journal Square. You can't make it across the way on one light. You can stop on the island and wait for the second one. Actually, there is a tunnel. I've never seen the tunnel, but there is a tunnel somewhere around by the Lowe's Theater that goes under Kennedy Boulevard and comes up again. So I guess by the path. It was there long before the path when there was Woolworths there and we used to have the tubes. Somewhere there is a tunnel in there. I'm around Jersey City all my life, had 65 years here. I never seen the tunnel, but I know it's there from talking to old timers. I don't know if we should open that up so people can cross the boulevard that way. I don't think a bridge, those bridges they build over the boulevard, they got it by St. Peter's College. They got another one up by the Kennedy Center in Union City. I don't think anybody takes those bridges. They just cross the street like normal people. Also, the counting, if you haven't noticed, on Kennedy Boulevard, going from Journal Square, coming from like Bayonne, going north into North Bergen, they're doing a tremendous amount of pedestrian safety and road paving there. They're putting bump outs in. They're putting new traffic signals in. They've been paving Kennedy Boulevard. Tremendous emphasis on pedestrian safety and road safety. So congratulations to the County of Hudson and the commissioners and all, man, County Exec Tom DeGeese. My only complaint is last week, I'm up on Kennedy Boulevard where they're doing all the bump outs and the road work there. So you condense Kennedy Boulevard down to 1 lane. You think Kennedy Boulevard is high traffic as it is, bring it down to 1 lane and see how fast you get down the boulevard. I was stuck up there for like an hour. But once the work is done, the safety's in place, it benefits us all. Just wish I had known that they were doing the work up on the boulevard. I would have avoided the boulevard. And this week I got into a Twitter conversation or a tweet, whatever you want to call what these Twitter topics about subsidizing mass transit. This is a story for next week. We just started on this thing yesterday. Should we be subsidizing mass transit, or what passes for it here in Hudson County? There's no subways or anything, and we have very limited bus service. You take like a ferry system, like the Staten Island Ferry or the New York Waterway Ferry. If I'm not mistaken, they're subsidized of like 80% of the ticket price. Should we be subsidizing these modes of transportation, whether it's buses or the light rail or New Jersey Transit trains or ferries, where 80% of their cost is subsidized by your tax dollars? That's a topic for next week. All right, we're out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.